Imagine waking up one morning and noticing that the stiffness in your hands, the heaviness in your knees, or that quick pinch in your hips did not appear all at once. It may have been building quietly for years, shaped by daily habits, meal by meal, bite by bite. You might wonder if these sensations come only from getting older or from long past injuries. You may also be curious whether some everyday foods are adding stress inside your body, while others may gently support more ease in your movements. Today, we will explore 7 common foods that many people over 60 enjoy, often without realizing they may feel heavier or less comfortable afterward. We will also look at simple foods that many older adults say bring a calmer, lighter feel to their daily movement. If you have been hoping for clarity and a sense of direction, you are in the right place. You may be thinking, I have felt this stiffness for years. It must be part of aging. And yes, many years of activity, old sports moments, and the natural passage of time all play a role, but there is something many people do not always consider. These changes are not only mechanical, like a tire slowly wearing down. They are part of a living process happening inside your body each day, shaped by your natural responses and the way your daily choices feel to you. Let me explain. Your moving areas are not simply bone against bone. There is a smooth, gentle layer between them that helps everything glide with ease. This layer is cared for by tiny specialized cells that work steadily to maintain comfort and steadiness in your movements. When the body feels stressed, it can be like dropping sand into a smooth machine. Those helpful cells may not work as easily. Signals can feel disrupted, tissues may feel strained, and the smooth layer can wear down faster than your body can maintain it. So these changes are not something that simply happen to you. Your body is responding every day. That means you may have more influence than you realize. The deeper story begins inside your cells, in a place many of us rarely think about. Imagine each cell as a small factory. Inside that factory is a special assembly line with one purpose: shaping proteins into forms your body uses to function smoothly. This inner assembly line is known as the endoplasmic reticulum, and it works quietly to support the balance inside each cell. Do not worry about the name. You can simply picture it as the part of your cells that helps proteins take their proper shape. When everything feels calm, this little department works smoothly. It builds the proteins your body relies on for steady, comfortable movement. But when the system feels overwhelmed, things become less organized. Proteins may not form as they should, signals feel mixed, and that stress can spread through the area that supports your daily motions. Here is the interesting part. Many older adults have heard that these tiny stresses appear very early. They can show up even before other parts of the cell begin to feel challenged. This quiet tension often sets the stage long before any noticeable discomfort appears. Why does this matter? Because when we gently ease that stress, the whole system may feel more at ease. Some foods can offer a sense of support to this delicate process, while others may feel less gentle for the body. But there is a deeper twist. These tiny cell departments do not work alone. They stay closely linked to something happening far away from them, inside your gut. You may already know about the gut-brain connection, where your digestive system influences your mood, your clarity, and even your rest. There is also something called the gut movement connection, and it is just as meaningful. Here is how it works. Inside your intestines live trillions of friendly bacteria known as your microbiome. They are partners, not strangers, and one of their helpful roles is turning bile into special compounds. Bile is something your liver makes to help your body break down fats. You may have heard of the gallbladder storing it. What many people do not realize is that your gut bacteria transform that bile into what are called secondary bile salts. These secondary bile salts may offer a calming, steadying effect throughout the body. They travel through your system and can bring a sense of ease to the areas that support your movement. They also help that protein folding department feel less stressed, which keeps the whole process running more smoothly. When your microbiome feels balanced, your body receives this gentle stream of natural support. But when the microbiome becomes challenged by long courses of antibiotics, heavy amounts of processed foods, or ongoing stress, these helpful compounds may fade. The body can then feel less protected and less steady. This is why many people notice changes in how their body feels after gallbladder removal or after taking antibiotics for a long time. For many, the timing feels connected, and it often is. It is part of how the body works. And this leads us to the foods that may unsettle this system the most. These are the foods that can disturb your inner balance, place strain on your cells, and send signals that do not feel supportive for your daily comfort. If your knees, hands, or feet often feel tense or uncomfortable, these 7 foods may quietly add more stress over time. Let us begin with the first one, emulsifiers. Emulsifiers are ingredients added to foods to make them feel creamy and blended. You can find them in frozen desserts, smooth salad dressings, processed sauces, and even some protein bars. One common example is something called polysorbate 80. It sounds simple, but here's what it may do. It can disturb the gentle protective layer in your digestive system. This may allow unwanted compounds to pass through more easily and enter the rest of your body. Those helpful bacteria that normally support calm, steady digestion may also lose their balance. Many older adults notice that meals with these additives can make their body feel less at ease over time. It does not happen suddenly. It does not happen after one meal. But little by little, it can build up. The second food might surprise you. Low-fat soy protein powders and certain plant-based protein isolates. Now, this does not mean all plant proteins cause trouble, but the highly processed versions, like soy protein isolate, used in many bars and shakes, can bring challenges. First, they are often made with almost no fat. That means they do not encourage the natural flow of digestive fluids that help your body create calming compounds. Without enough fat, your system does not release these fluids as easily, and your helpful bacteria cannot do their usual work. Second, these proteins lack something important called taurine. Taurine is an amino acid found in foods like meat, fish, and eggs. Your body uses it to create those supportive digestive fluids. If you rely mainly on plant isolates and avoid animal foods entirely, you may not get enough taurine to keep that process steady. Over time, this can leave your body feeling less comfortable and less supported. There is also the concern of hexane, a chemical solvent sometimes used when producing soy protein. It is meant to evaporate, yet there is often little care in how it is handled, so small traces may remain. Even tiny amounts can add to what your body has to sort through each day. When your body feels overloaded like this, your overall comfort may feel affected. The third item is something we have mentioned before, and it deserves another look because it shows up in many everyday foods. It is refined seed oils. To be clear, not every seed oil is handled the same way. A bottle of cold-pressed, gently processed sunflower or safflower oil kept in a dark container and used with care is very different from what most people encounter. The oils we are talking about are the ones used in many restaurants, fast food meals, packaged snacks, and fried dishes. These oils are often refined, bleached, deodorized, and heated to very high temperatures. When oils are heated this way again and again, they can break down into harsh byproducts. Many older adults say these byproducts feel rough on the body and may leave movement feeling less smooth. Some people notice that these byproducts can settle into the body's natural structures, making them feel stiff or less flexible. They may also affect how your body's energy feels during the day, leaving you feeling more tired or achy. Yes, some reports suggest that swapping certain fats for specific seed oils may influence certain wellness markers. But those reports rarely reflect how these heavily heated oils are used in real life. For many people, these over-processed oils simply feel uncomfortable. They often leave the body feeling unsettled. The fourth item is alcohol, especially beer. Beer can feel challenging for some older adults because it contains natural compounds that can break down into substances that make the body feel sharply uncomfortable. Anyone who has felt that deep body discomfort knows how intense it can be. Even if you have never felt that level of discomfort, alcohol can still make your body work harder. And when your body is taxed like this, it may throw off your natural rhythm and leave you feeling less steady. Wine and spirits are not completely different. They may not have the same compounds as beer, but many people still feel that these drinks make the body work extra and can interfere with how well you take in the nutrients from your meals. Enjoying these drinks in small amounts can feel easier, and many older adults who deal with body stiffness say that cutting back or sometimes avoiding alcohol helps their daily comfort feel noticeably smoother. The fifth item is casein A, a type of protein found in many common dairy foods. Not all dairy feels the same though. Casein A2, which appears in goat's milk, sheep's milk, and some specialty cow's milk, is often described as gentler and easier for many people to handle. But the A1 casein found in many common dairy products, especially when it is concentrated in processed cheese, protein powders, or additives like sodium quinate and calcium caseinate, may feel challenging for some people. These concentrated proteins also appear in protein bars, meal replacement shakes, and even infant formula. They are inexpensive, easy to store, and widely used. Yet some older adults who live with ongoing body discomfort say these ingredients can make their daily movements feel less smooth. If you enjoy dairy, you might explore A2 milk. Some people also choose cheese from grass-fed goats or sheep. Many older adults notice that their bodies respond to these options with a gentler sense of comfort. The sixth food is modern wheat. Wheat often gets discussed, but here is why some people feel uneasy with it. First, a type of refined carbohydrate in wheat can make your body feel a quick surge of energy. That sharp rise may leave some people feeling less steady and less at ease afterward. Second, wheat contains a protein that many adults do not digest completely. The leftover fragments can create a brief soothing effect, but some people say the sense of discomfort returns later and lingers. Third, wheat also contains another compound that can feel just as difficult for the body. It can cling to your digestive lining and may contribute to a sense of overall irritation. And finally, much of today's wheat is sprayed with a drying agent before harvest. Even though most wheat is not genetically modified, this chemical step is still significant. It becomes part of the grain itself, and some people find it unsettling because it can influence the natural balance of their inner wellness. When that balance feels off, daily movement may feel less steady and less comfortable. So when people talk about wheat feeling harsh on the body, it is rarely about one single factor. It is a mix of quick energy spikes, hard to digest proteins, irritating compounds, and chemical residues working together in a way that some adults find uncomfortable. And that brings us to the seventh food, high fructose corn syrup. You might think it is simply another sweetener, but high fructose corn syrup is different. It is a highly processed sweet liquid with an unusually high level of fructose. Here is what concerns many people. Fructose is handled mainly by your liver. When someone consumes a large amount, the liver can feel overwhelmed. Some adults notice that this can lead to a heavier feeling in the body and a sense of reduced ease. What makes it even more concerning is the lack of a natural off switch. With many whole foods, your body gently tells you when you have had enough. With high fructose corn syrup, your natural fullness cues may not respond the way they usually do. Many people can finish one sweet drink after another and still feel unsatisfied, while their body quietly takes on more fructose than it comfortably manages. Over time, this can leave your system feeling stressed and sluggish. Some older adults even notice a steady sense of discomfort in different areas of their body that seems to appear for no clear reason. So now that we have a clearer picture of what may leave your body feeling unsettled, let us shift to the foods that can feel more supportive. Here is something encouraging. Just as some foods may make your body feel tense, other foods can bring a calmer, steadier sensation and offer gentle nourishment from within. The first group is fermented foods. Think of options like sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, Bulgarian-style yogurt, or traditionally fermented pickles. These foods carry natural, friendly cultures that many people find comforting for everyday digestion. They may offer simple support for the inner environment that helps your whole system feel more balanced. Even small servings can feel helpful. A few bites of sauerkraut with a meal or a small glass of kefir in the morning can be an easy way to enjoy them at your own pace. The second group is foods with gentle, nourishing fats. Extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, salmon, mackerel, and dairy from grass-fed sources are common examples. These fats may encourage smooth daily movement in your body. They offer building blocks that can help your tissues feel soothed and supported. They also pair well with nutrients that depend on fats to be used comfortably by your body. The third group is foods that carry vitamin D. Fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel are well-known sources. Vitamin D is valued by many older adults because it may help their body feel more settled and steady during the day. Some people over 65 notice they do not get quite enough, especially in the colder months when sunlight is limited. Sunshine can offer a gentle boost, and that is always welcome. But during winter, many people turn to foods or guidance from their healthcare provider to help maintain comfortable levels in a simple, everyday way. And here is the important part. If your body often feels stiff or uneasy, you may need a different approach than the usual daily amount people talk about. Some older adults say they feel more supported with higher intake levels, but this is something to explore only with a trusted healthcare professional who understands your personal needs. At those higher levels, many people notice that this nutrient can feel more like a focus tool. Some say it brings a calmer feeling in their body and may help their movements feel lighter and smoother. If you choose this route, it is especially helpful to work closely with a knowledgeable provider. They may also suggest pairing it with gentle amounts of vitamin K2, magnesium, or zinc so everything stays balanced and comfortable. This brings us to omega-3 fatty acids. They are naturally present in fatty fish and in certain fish-based supplements. Many older adults describe them as having a soothing, steadying quality for the body's everyday comfort. Some people also feel that these healthy fats support smooth, easy movement during the day. If fish is not something you eat often, a simple omega-3 supplement may offer a gentle option to consider. Next are foods rich in natural sulfur like onions, garlic, and vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. Sulfur is a nutrient many bodies seem to appreciate, especially when it comes to feeling steady and comfortable in daily motion. These vegetables may not seem exciting, but they often serve as quiet, dependable helpers for many older adults. And then we have collagen-rich foods. Your body uses collagen to support smooth movement, so adding more through food can feel very nourishing. Slow-cooked broths are a common source many people enjoy. Simmering bones for several hours releases comforting, easy-to-digest nutrients into the warm liquid. collagen supplements are also available, and many people say they feel supportive. Here is an interesting detail. When you eat common cuts of meat like steaks, chicken breasts, or ground meat, you only get a small amount of collagen, often just a few percent of the total protein. Your body, however, seems to appreciate a much higher share to feel fully supported. That leaves a sizable gap. Unless you regularly enjoy foods like tougher cuts, skin, cartilage, or slow cooked broths, you may be getting less than you think. Food plays a central role, yet a few nutrients deserve special attention because they appear to work together in ways that food alone may not always offer. One of these is vitamin K2. You may already know vitamin K1, often mentioned in relation to normal blood clotting functions. Vitamin K2 behaves differently. It helps guide certain minerals to the places where many people want them, such as the firm parts of the body, and away from softer areas where they may feel less comfortable. When K2 is low, some people notice stiffness or a heavy feeling during movement. Grass-fed butter, certain cheeses, and fermented foods such as natto can offer helpful nutrients. If you use higher amounts of vitamin D, it may feel more balanced when paired with K2, so your body uses it comfortably. Magnesium is another gentle supporter. It works alongside vitamin D and K2 and plays a part in many natural processes that help your body feel steady during the day. Many older adults take in less magnesium than they need, and that low intake can make everyday movement feel less comfortable. Iron also deserves attention. Here, the guidance shifts a bit. Most people do best with iron levels that stay in a moderate range. Taking in too much may place extra strain on your body and can feel especially heavy in certain areas. Men and adults who are past menopause no longer lose iron each month, so it may gradually build up. Cooking often with iron skillets or taking iron supplements without a clear need can add to that. It can be helpful to get your iron levels checked, and if they run high, work with your doctor on gentle ways to bring them into a more comfortable range. It also helps to remember that not all joint discomfort feels the same. Different patterns may respond to slightly different approaches. One common pattern develops from long-term physical wear and everyday stress. Here, everything we mentioned, supportive foods, balanced fats, collagen, and vitamin D may feel helpful for many people. Another pattern behaves differently. It comes from the body reacting in an extra active way, which can feel more intense and widespread. This pattern often calls for a steadier nutritional routine. Some people find higher amounts of vitamin D feel supportive because it encourages a calmer overall response. Gentle fats like omega-3 sources, fermented foods, and reducing triggers such as gluten or heavily processed dairy may also feel more soothing for some older adults. There is also a pattern linked to higher levels of certain natural compounds in the body. These can form crystals that create sharp, sudden discomfort. For this pattern, many people choose to avoid alcohol, especially beer, and limit foods rich in purines. Keeping sugar and fructose lower and staying well hydrated may also help your body feel more at ease. The main idea is simple. When you understand the kind of joint concern you are experiencing, you can choose steps that feel more suited to your needs. Here is something many people overlook: the connection between your mouth and how your joints feel. Some specialists note that ongoing issues in the mouth, especially old dental work or long-lasting gum concerns, may allow tiny organisms to move into the body. These organisms can travel through natural pathways and settle in various areas where they may create a gentle but steady sense of strain that feels difficult to trace. Some people even mention that these mouth-based organisms can form protective layers once they settle, allowing them to stay unnoticed for a long time. They may sit quietly and create a lingering sense of discomfort year after year. If you have ongoing stiffness in your hands or knees that does not ease with simple daily habits, you may find it helpful to speak with a dentist who focuses on a whole body view. This can offer a way to check whether hidden mouth concerns are contributing to how you feel. So, how can someone apply this in a simple and realistic way? It can start with a few easy changes. Try goat or sheep cheese instead of common varieties. Choose a small portion of sauerkraut or kimchi instead of a processed snack. Use olive oil or avocado oil instead of highly refined options. Enjoy mineral water, herbal tea, or water with a touch of lemon instead of sweet drinks. Create meals with gentle fats, moderate protein, and foods that naturally contain comforting elements such as broth made from slow-cooked bones. Add a little fermented food each day. Spend time in the sun when possible, and consider a light vitamin D supplement in winter, along with K2 and magnesium if that feels right for you. Keep everything simple. Steady habits matter more than perfect habits. Small choices, repeated day after day, can quietly shape how your body feels over time. Here is the heart of the message. Stiffness, as you age, is not the whole story. It is shaped by daily food choices, by the tiny communities in your gut, by the stress your cells experience, and by the nourishment you give yourself. Gentle, intentional steps each day may help your body feel steadier and more comfortable as you move. You do not have to accept discomfort as your new normal. Your body can still respond to care. Your body can still respond to nourishment. If this message feels useful, you are welcome to stay connected for more calm and supportive guidance.